Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, kindred souls on the journey seeking happiness and companionship in this beautiful yet challenging stage of life. Losing a spouse is one of the most painful experiences a person can endure. It's not just the emotional weight of grief, but also the overwhelming number of decisions that suddenly fall upon your shoulders during a time when your mind and heart are incredibly vulnerable. In moments like these, it's very easy to make choices based on pain, loneliness, or even pressure from others. But some decisions made during this sensitive period can lead to unnecessary regrets, financial difficulties, or even emotional setbacks that make the healing process even harder. Although grief is a deeply personal journey, there are certain things you should always think carefully about before saying yes or making a final decision. Today, we will discuss 5 things you should consider saying no to, or at least postponing after losing a spouse. These are common mistakes many people unknowingly make, only to realize later that they weren't truly ready. These are potential pitfalls that can make an already difficult time even more complicated. By recognizing them in advance, you can proactively protect your mental, financial, and physical well-being. This understanding isn't just about avoiding mistakes. It's about ensuring you navigate this chapter of your life with clarity, dignity, and the support you fully deserve. One of the most common mistakes is rushing into major financial decisions. When faced with a multitude of issues like bank accounts, insurance policies, investments, or whether to keep or sell the family home, taking immediate action might seem like it brings control. But grief clouds judgment. Decisions that seem logical in the moment might lead to regret later. Mrs. Margaret, 74, hastily sold her home of 40 years on the advice of others after her husband passed. Only when the initial shock subsided did she realize she had acted out of panic and missed her familiar surroundings. Beyond real estate, the newly bereaved are also vulnerable targets for financial predators. Be cautious of unsolicited investment offers, high-pressure sales tactics, or ill-informed advice. If someone urges you to sign papers, withdraw large sums, or invest quickly, take a step back. Also, resist the urge to give away money or assets too hastily. Generosity is commendable, but ensure your own long-term financial stability first. Consult a trusted financial professional. The first year after loss should be about stabilization, not drastic financial changes. The 1-year rule, waiting at least a year before making irreversible financial decisions, is wise counsel, allowing emotions to settle and clear thinking to prevail. Next, say no to completely isolating yourself from friends and family. Wanting time alone is natural, but completely shutting yourself off can lead to deeper loneliness, hindering the healing process. Isolation easily becomes a hard-to-break pattern. Human connection is vital for emotional well-being, especially during loss. Prolonged isolation can weaken the immune system, raise blood pressure, and even shorten lifespan. Conversely, maintaining connections, even small ones, helps ease the emotional burden. Mr. Walter, 78, withdrew after his wife died, refusing calls and gatherings, and felt worse over time. Only when a neighbor persistently invited him for coffee did he slowly reconnect and feel lighter, realizing he wasn't alone in his grief. You don't need to force yourself into large social events. Start with small steps. Answer a call, walk with a friend, accept a lunch invitation, or join a support group. Even just being around people, listening to conversations, reminds you that life goes on and support is available. Don't push away those who care most, even if grief makes you irritable. Their presence, even without words, offers comfort. Seeking support from others who have experienced similar loss, support groups, community gatherings, online forums, can be incredibly healing. You don't have to bear the weight of loss alone. Another critical point often overlooked is your own health and well-being. Many people become so consumed by grief that they stop paying attention to their own needs, postponing doctor's appointments, skipping meals, letting routines slide. Some even feel guilty about self-care. But neglecting yourself doesn't honor your lost loved one. It only makes your journey forward harder. Grief impacts the body directly, increasing risks of heart problems, weakened immunity, cognitive decline, high blood pressure, sleep disturbances, and appetite changes. Mr. James, 81, stopped cooking after his wife died, ate poorly, and became weak, tired, and sleepless. Encouraged by his daughter, he started eating regular, nutritious meals again and found his energy improved and mood stabilized. Self-care also includes movement and mental health. Don't stop exercising just because you've lost your partner. Even short walks boost mood and reduce stress. Don't skip medical checkups. Managing your health is crucial now more than ever. If you're struggling emotionally, depression, anxiety, don't hesitate to seek help from therapists, support groups, or trusted friends. Your spouse would have wanted you to take care of yourself. Honoring their memory means continuing to live in a way that allows for peace and strength. It's also wise to say no to rushing into a new relationship. The emotional void left by loss can feel immense, and the ensuing loneliness is often the hardest part. While the desire for connection is natural, jumping into a new romance before fully processing grief often leads to more heartache. Relationships formed out of a need to replace loss, avoid loneliness, or escape pain usually lack a solid foundation. Mrs. Barbara, 72, quickly entered a relationship months after her husband's death. It initially provided companionship, but soon felt wrong as she realized she wasn't ready. A new relationship should stem from genuine connection, not temporary relief. Comparing a new partner to the deceased, having unrealistic expectations, or feeling guilty are common pitfalls if healing isn't sufficient. Furthermore, vulnerability during grief can make one susceptible to ill-intentioned individuals. Trust your instincts and take your time. If someone pressures you to commit quickly or make financial decisions, these are red flags. This doesn't mean avoiding love forever, but healthy relationships happen when both partners are ready, making the decision from a place of healing, not desperation. Finally, consider saying no to holding onto every single possession without allowing for any change. Deciding what to do with a late spouse's belongings is incredibly difficult. Every item holds memories, and letting go can feel like losing them all over again. While keeping meaningful sentimental items is natural and necessary, keeping an entire home untouched for years can turn it into a shrine to grief rather than a place of comfort, making it harder to move forward. Mr. Harold, 76, left everything of his wife's exactly as it was. Initially comforting, it eventually kept him emotionally stuck. When he slowly started donating items, keeping only a few truly meaningful ones, he felt relief. Letting go isn't forgetting. It's making space for healing. Start small, select cherished keepsakes, and when ready, sort through other items. Don't feel pressure by others, but also be mindful if holding on to everything out of guilt or fear is hindering you. Repurposing items, making a quilt, a memory book, or passing them down can be meaningful ways to honor memory while creating space. Grief isn't about things, it's about love and memories. Thoughtful letting go is a step toward honoring memory while allowing life to coexist with love. As we look back at these 5 things to consider saying no to: rushing financial decisions, isolation, neglecting health, premature new relationships, and clinging to all possessions, we recognize that after loss, every decision carries weight. Avoiding these common pitfalls helps navigate this difficult chapter with clarity, protecting both your heart and your future. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. Moving forward doesn't mean leaving your loved one behind. It means honoring their memory by continuing to live with purpose, peace, and even joy. Now, I would love to hear from you. What resonated most with you from these insights? Please share one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it to your own journey in the comments below. Your shares are valuable encouragement and help us all learn together. Reading your comments gives us great motivation. If you found this content helpful, please press the like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss other insightful discussions, and share this video with those you care about. Your support is the driving force that allows us to continue creating meaningful content. Thank you so much for joining me to the end. Wishing you strength, peace, and light on the path ahead. See you in the next video.